Got it.
So the purpose of this meeting is to discuss budgeting and financial management. Michael will be facilitating this workshop, Michael from Neema, and Natsnet, our colleague, will be translating to Tigrinya. So without further ado, over to you, Michael.
Hello, everyone. Nice meeting you. It's a pleasure being here among all of you. And I hope we will be able to learn and delve into the subject that we are all interested in and should know about, budgeting. A bit of background about myself to begin with. I have started my career in DRC, Congo. Used to be formerly Zaire. I worked there in a retail bank for about 10 years, more or less, and developed concepts of saving with a population that has less than 5% of bankerization. That means very, very few people have a bank account. When I made my Aliyah about 7 years ago, I wanted to combine the worlds of retail banking and the fintech world, the financial technology world, so that we could extend this proposition to people right into their smartphones here in Israel. I joined Neema back in 2017, and our objective through these years has been to bridge the gap between cash and digital remittances, how to efficiently convert your cash, your salary, into a way to send money back home to your families. We wanted also to make sure that we provided a financial solution to a population here in Israel of foreign workers who often had a very poor option using the Doar bank or no bank at all. Excellent. Let's get started, people. So Neema is a digital account. You may or may not have heard about it. Its main function is for you to deposit money across many deposit locations in Israel, but also to receive your salary and allow you to save your money or send it back home to your family. It's a company that's owned by two major banks, Discount Bank and Bank Hapoalim, as well as one of the largest insurance providers here in Israel called Bituach Yashir. Our objective tonight is to talk about budgeting, and I'd like to first see if you guys have heard about the word budgeting and how many of you have bank accounts. So a little show of hands will go a long way. Does anybody have a bank account or here in Israel?
Yeah,
I saw
I
Taban
think
Johnson.
they all do, yes. Yeah.
Hi,
Okay.
Taban.
Hi, how are you? I can hear
All
you.
right, nice meeting you.
You too.
So you have a bank account here in Israel. What bank?
Apuali?
Apollo.
Excellent. So are you satisfied there? Do they have an app in English or are you using it all in Hebrew?
I kind of used the Hebrew app once, but if something is kind of difficult, they have also the English version, which is online.
Excellent. So you're satisfied there? You opened a long time ago?
It is like 5 years now, I think. Yeah.
And have you used the Poalim budgeting tools inside the app?
Sorry?
Have you used the budgeting tools inside the app, or have you not heard about budget at all?
No, actually, it's not. I don't use it most of the time, but when I need my bank statement, I kind of have to look around it, but not often, you know.
I understand, absolutely. Anybody else want to share experiences with their banking in Israel? Priscilla? You have a lot on your mind there, I can see that. No worries. Let's get on with it. So let's cover a little bit about the topic of budgeting. Budgeting is like making a money plan.
Excuse me,
Yes,
Michael,
tell me.
do you want me to translate the thing you said before?
Absolutely, go
Or
ahead.
you want to translate all by one time?
I think we'll go step by step. So I'll go bullet by bullet, and then each bullet you can translate. Maybe you can translate a little bit of what I said about myself and whether or not people know or use a bank account here in Israel, and if they've heard about the concept of making a budget.
Okay, but first of all, I want to ask them if someone is here not understanding English. If
Yes,
they can understand, you can continue then. I think Priscilla, she can understand. ኣብዚ ትግሪ እዚ እንግሊሽ ዘይርዳእኩም ሰባት ኣለኹም?
ወለና
ኦኬ እዚ እንታይ ክብል ፀኒሑ ማይክል ማይክል ሲ ብዛዕባ ቆጠባን ፋይናንስን ባጀትን ስርሑ ኮይኑ ኒማ ዝበሃል ኣብ ናይ ባንኪ ሕሳብ ዝሰርሕ ኮይኑ ኣብ ኮንጎ ክንደይ ዓመታት ከምኡ ኣመዓራሪሎም እቲ ፋይናንሶም ከመይ ገይሮም ባንኪ ውፅኦም ካብ ዓዲ ናብ ዓዲ ክሳደዱ ከም ዝኽእሉ ብሓፈሽኡ ነፍሱ እንዲ ዘላሉ ነይሩ እቲ ስርሑስ ምስኮም ዓይነት እዩ ኣብ ውሽጢ እስራኤል ኮንኩም ከመይ ጌርኩም ገንዘብኩም ከተመሓድርዎ ትኽእሉ ከመይ ጌርኩም እውን ነዚኣ ኒማ ትበሃል ኣፕሊኬሽን ኣውሪድካስ ከምዚ ናይ በዓል it looks like paper, right? Some of people like I want to give them examples.
Yes, they heard of digital apps for depositing money and sending money internationally. There are a few here in Israel. PayPal is also a digital account, but not with the focus of sending money back home.
Yeah. ንዓድኻ ክትሰደሉ ብሓፈሽስ እዚ ኒማ ዝበሃል ኣፕ ኣውሪድካ ኣብ ቴሌፎንካ ሲ ገንዘብ ክትቅበልን ክትሰድድን ትኽእለሉ ዓይነት ኣፕሊኬሽን እንድዩ ብዛዕባኡ ግን ሕጂ ክዛረብ ከመይ ዓይነት ምስኮ ከም ዝኾነ ማለት እዩ እዚስ መእተዊ እዩ ክገብረልና ፀኒሑ መን ምዃኑ ንሱ ክንቅፅል
ፅቡቅ ኣለኸ ግን ገንዘብና ክንሰድድ ካብዚ ዓዲ ክንወፅ እንተኮይንና ከምሰና ይቕፅል ይሱ
እዎ ክንሓቶ ኢና ብቀፃሊ ክንሓቶ ኢና Okay. He asked some questions, but you just introduce us. So tell us the details, then I will tell you the question. Okay.
Absolutely. Great. So I'll go back and we'll translate every time we switch. We finish one section, I'll ask you to translate. So budgeting is like making a plan with your money. It helps you figure out how much money you have and where it should go over a certain period of time. It can be 1 month, 3 months, 6 months, or a year. In this way, in this method of managing your money, you can cover your needs and obligations, your financial needs and obligations, of course, save for the future, and still have some money left over for fun things in your life. So this is the really overview of what budgeting is. Planning with your money. Over to you, Natfit.
Okay, እንታይ ይብላ ኣሎ እዚ ኣብሲ ከመይ ጌርካ ምሕደራ ገንዘብና ንገብረሉ ኣብኡ ኣብቲ ውሽጢ ባንኪ ኮይኑሲ ከመይ ጌርናስ ገንዘብና ነመሓድሮ ንሽዱሽተ ወርሒ ድዩ ንዓመት ድዩ ንቐፃልስ ገንዘብናስ ናበይ ናበይ ከይድ ናይ ገዛ ክራይ ኢልካ ትፈልዮ ናይ ከምዚ ኢልካሲ ባዕሉ እቲ ኣብሲ ዘመሓድረልና እዩ ሓንቲ ግዜ ንሕና በቲ ንደልዮ መሰረት ምስ ሃብናዮሲ እቲ ቁጠባኻሲ ከምዚ ባጀት ንኸነውፅስ ይሕግዘና ማለት እዩ ንከምኡ እዩ ዝብል ዘሎ እታ ኣብ ደገ ይሰርሕ ድዩ ካብዚ ዓዲ ወፂኻ ትሰርሕ ዲያ ክብሎ ግን ኦኬ ክሓቶ ክእለ ሕጂ ማለት እዩ ምስ ቀፀለ ክሓቶ እንዲ ሓሲበ ግን he asked before if the app can work outside Israel.
So to open a Neema account, you have to be in Israel and you have to have an Israeli telephone number to receive SMS for verification, for ID verification. If, however, you feel like traveling or you will stay overseas for a period of time, the app can still be used normally.
For example, if I moved permanently, it can't work outside of the country?
It will work, but you will have no way to deposit because you will lose your connection to Israel. You still need a way to deposit cash or receive a bank transfer or deposit using a credit card. So you need some kind of income inside your account. Otherwise, it's just there. If you have savings, fine, they will stay there, but there is no way of adding money.
Okay. طيب لك الله تسفاي. I think تسفاي حتتعني مش؟
هو
زي كستايسي أو وش إسرائيل كونكا خطوة زي زجباكا أو وش إسرائيل خطوة زجباء معناته نوعه مرة قد تسخون قطر تليفون كان فيزا خاون أوكي كم دي مثلا خابز عدو وصاق سرح يكلني مخنياته حدا سب كوينو بتقطري ناتكا غيرو ناتكا من فيزا خا ورقه كيروس كاته تللكا خلالو مالتي سلازي كابز عدو وصايس كمزي اتاو تزيبلكا اب اسرائيل اتاو تزيبلكا كابز عدو وصاق سرح يكلني Okay, keep going, Michael.
So let's start into the key parts that make a budget. The first one, obviously, is income, what you receive for the work that you do here in Israel. So it can be jobs, it can be selling small things that you import from overseas, that you make yourself. It can be a combination of both of them, anything that is money that you receive during 1 month. So you have to write them all down, all the ways you get money on a piece of paper. So as I said, job, bonuses, second jobs, little businesses you're doing on the side, all this will add up to your total income. The second part will be expenses, everything you spend. And I want you to split your spending into fixed things. What are fixed things? Things that you have no choice to pay. You have to pay them every single month. Your rent is a fixed thing. If you don't pay your rent, you risk losing your place to sleep. Your taxes, very important. Any debt payments, of course, extremely important. If you don't pay taxes or debt payments, then it will become difficult living a normal life. And then we have flexible things like shopping for food and, of course, things that are a higher quality of time, like McDonald's, a luxury, going out with your family in restaurants. Those are expenses. So fixed expenses, you are obliged to make them, and flexible things that you can make more of or less of in 1 month. And then the last part are savings. Money which you want to keep aside for emergency or projects in the longer future. Like maybe you are working 2 jobs today, but you want to let one go and open a small little catering job. You want to make food at home and sell to your friends. You need to accumulate a little capital so that you can make that investment later. That's savings. That's it.
اوكي انتي بلالو اتكند علامة نايزي ابليكيشن مالتيو ابتي محضر عنديو جنزبنا كمي جيرنا لما حضرو اجي كلاتنا جنزب مستقبلنا سنفلتينا خمزي تيميلنا نوتس حدينا لو خماسي اين فلتنينا كندي جنزب كم نوتس بحافشو زيان جزا خراي زيان مدبي زيا خمزي الناس فلينا يفلتناني اجي تقند علامة انتي بلالو سو كمي جيركا جنزب كاتم حضرو كندي أتاوي جيركا كندي جنزب تعقب علىها كندي تطفى علىها نفتفلت إن لعزاق استاي تحجزنا زبل زلو بزي قدس جنزبنا سرحنا دينا ولا زغنا ناي تكال حالينا دي فوينو بزمت زي متى مالتي في أتاوينا ورحاو بزمت جنزبنا أو ورقة صحيفنا قديتها زغنا نجر كن كفلوز قبعنا نجر علو تمتي عدانا ديو جزا خراي قديتها يو ناي مقبنا قديتها يو ناي قولعنا إنشورانس ناي حكمنا قديتها يو ناي بيت مرتي مملالسن ماكينة تلوم قديتها أنا هنكفل أبرأسيو خاني نقنت أمنت زقون نجر كم زناي واي فاي دينا هنكفل ناي تليفون دينا جنزب هنكفل نزقول نجارات أو تيناسي إذا نسترفانا نمتعي مالتي تمي جيرنا جنزبنا نعقبه نخم حدرسي باجت كانوا وصالنا مالتي عاقن جيرنا حجي ناي جزا خراي كندزي ناي قلب كندزي ناي مزاورة كندزي ناي تليفون كندزي دينا جنزبا وصينا اتي سيفين دكون جنزب كمي جير كات عقبه يزوز بنزلو كنقصلينا حجي keep going Michael
Excellent. So let's now create a budget. The first thing to do is determine your financial goals. As we said in the previous slide, define your short-term and long-term financial goals. So I'd like to ask the crowd, any examples of a short-term goal? What could be a short-term goal?
ከምዚ ንዝሓፀረ እንታይ ሕቶ ሓትት ኣሎ ንዝሓፀረ ናት ዕላማሲ ክትበፅሖ ዘለካ ገንዘብ ዕላማስ ክንደይ እዩ ካባኹም ሰብ ኣሎ ኣነስ ክንዲ ዝክበፅሕ ደሊ ምስቲ ኣታዊአይን ወፃኢን ርእሲ ክንዲ ዝክበፅሕ ደሊ ዝብል ሰብ
Don't be shy, guys.
ክትፅሕፉልና ትኽእሉ ኢኹም እንተ ኣነስ ከምዚ ክንዲዚ ክበፅሕ ደሊ ኣለኹ ኢልካስ ዕላማ ትገብር ማለት ናይ ሓፂር ግዜ ዕላማ
ሕራይ ኣብ መንጎ እንድሕር ክትገድፎ ደሊኻ ወይ ገለ እንድሕር ደሊኻ ኣለካ ገንዘብካ ኣውፂኻ ክትገድፎ ትኽእል ኢኻ ወይ ክትወፅእ ትደሊ ወይ የድልየካ ኩሉ ተውፅኦ ከለካ ፀገም የምፃልካ ድዩ የምፃልካ
هو ክንበፅሖ እንዲና እሱ ኣብዚ ሕቶ እምበር ከምዚ ናይ ሓፂር ዕላማ ሳነ ከምዚ ሓሳብ ኣለኒ ትብል ዶ ንግዚኡ
ብዶላር ድዩ ብሸከል
ብሽሕ ሸከል ናይ ወርሒ ኣብ ወርሒ
ኣብ ወርሒ ኣብ ክንደይ ንክበፅሕ ዝኽእል ኣነ
እስኻሲ ናይ ሓፂር ገምጋምሲ ክሳብ ንኣብነት ሕጂ ምሽ 2023 መውዳእታ ኣለና ንበር ሕጂ ድሓን ካብ 2024 እዛ 2024 ሲ ክንዲዚኣ ክሴፍ ትገብር ይደሊ ትብል ክንደይ ትብሎ ብገምጋም ማለት
50 ሴፍ ትብል ይደሊ ስለለኒ ማናባበረ
50,000 ሸከል
ناتو كنزعرف دو انا خورم سوري قريت
اوكي
نعملت حجي ناي حصير اوار حدي ناي عمتات ديو بروجرام نعملت انا حجي اوشتي شهور حمالتي
يا
بكنقام شومونت شح حساب 4 شومونت شح نخحز كنقام تاعهم غيره مالت
$18 ولا شكل
بشكل اوشتي في السيف مالتي كل وضعيتها غيره
هو ابشد الشهور حسي شومونت شح سيف
ما اخلك كل وضعيتها غيره بشومونت شح ورحول اقول حساب 4 شومونت شح شكل مالتي
اوكي
اجي كم قامناتي زناي كل شهور بروجرام توقفوا مالتي بس عطاويتات غير
Okay, so they are talking the short term. Maybe it could be 6 months.
Exactly, not more than 3 to 6 months maximum, and long term 1 year.
Okay, so 6 months it could be like short term, right?
It's already medium term. I would really try and put something in that you can see the end of 3 maximum 6 months, really maximum. And then long term is a year to 2 years.
እዚ 6 شهور حنت يبلك له كبرهم اب ماكل يالو عمت عمتها ناي نوح علامه مالتي ناي نوح مدد يجي 6 شهور حكم ام ماكل يحزل كاسكا مالتي 3 ورحي 4 ورحي تي حاصير علامه مالتي 3 ورحي 4 ورحي سو بزانات كا 6 شهور حن كدادو
لك تجمل سابني عمد حن مين جنب قوم عامل لحد عام
اوكي سو
عن شديشن ما عاد كويس مثلا
مين تشارع بلك دايع بدنا يتركب بدور حولي سرعة
okay so Kubram saying like he could be safe 8,000 per month, so maybe 48,000 shekel per 6 months. And Tasfai, كنديل كان يركا؟
5 إلى
5 شحنة عمت.
هو
Okay, and Tasfai said like maybe 25,000 per 6 months. It's like 50,000 shekel, right? Shekel per year. He said 50,000 shekel per year. Okay.
The other way to illustrate this is to make sure that it's the short term is something that you can meet every month going forward. And the long-term financial goal is, for example, building a home for your parents who are still in the home country. That's a longer term example. So just to give an idea, what is long, what is short, let's start with the second topic. Gather all your financial information. Collect all your income on the table. Put everything that you make, all your salary slips, all the bills that you pay and expenses. Keep everything for 2 weeks. Keep them all in a drawer in your room, in your kitchen, and see what happens. And then after 2 weeks, we will gather all these documents. Make sure you don't spend things that don't have some kind of paper, so that we can really work with it longer term. So don't give money that you have on you that is cash. Make sure that you only give money when you get a receipt. So official expenses, okay? Put everything on the table. That's it.
اوكي እንታይ ይብላ ኣሎ ከምዚ ቀፂልና ክገብሮ ንኽእል ብላ ኣሎ ሲ እቲ ገንዘብ ምስተቐበልካዮ ምስ መፀ ኩለንተን ገንዘብ ዘድልያና ዝበልናየን ዓንቶ ኣድልየናና ዝበልናየን ገንዘብ ነውፀአን ማለት እዩ እሰን ኣውፂና ከምዚ ዓይነትን ክፈን ኢና ኣብ ወረቐት ክፅሓፍ ኣለዎን ኩለንትን ገዛ ክራይ ወፃኢታትና ብሓፈሽኡ ኩሉ ወላ ሕጂ እዞም ስከብሉ ኮንካ ወፂኻ ገንዘብ ተጥፍኦ ገለ ኦፍኮርስ ክፅሓፍ ኣለዎ ምክንያቱ ወፃኢታት ክሳብ ዝኾነ እስኻ ተውፅኦ ገንዘብ ግድን ክፅሓፍ ኣለዎ ዳውራየት ንኸይድ ኢና ብዙሕ ነጥፍ ኢና ሓበሻ ኮይንና ምሻሎ ብዙሕ ገንዘብ ስነጥፍ ኢና ከምዚ ብፍላይ ኣዋልድ ኣንስቲ ኮይንናስ ናይ ቁኖ ተጥፍእ ናይ ዝማልተ ተጥፍእ ገለመለ ሕጂ ውራይ ኣሎ ናይ ገለመለ መዓት ኣሎ ገንዘብ ይጠፍእ ነዚኢታት ኣብ ግምት እቲኻ ወፃኢታትካ ክትውፅእ ከለኻ ማለት እዩ ምእንቲ ክትፈልጦ ኣቐዲምካ ከምዚ ሕጂ ኣነ ብሰሙን ክቁነን ተሓሲበ ተለኹ ውራይ ኣለዋ እንተኮይኑ ብዝወርሒ ዝናይ ሓንቲ ኣብኡ ክሕወስ ተኮይነ ዕድመ ከፅሕፍ ተኮይነ ብሓፈሽስ ዝኾነ ዓይነት መደብ እንተለኒ ንዕአን ገንዘብ ክፈልየለን ኣለኒ ምክንያቱ ስቲል ወፃኢታት ስለ ዝኾነ ማለት እዩ ንዕአን ፈሊኻ ካብተን ክቕመጣ ዝተባሃላ ገንዘብ ሽዑ ኣብታ ወርሕቲኣ ክትንከፋ የብለንን ማለት እዩ
So after 2 weeks, yeah, after 2 weeks, you will make an expense file. It's a way to put the different expenses into high priority and low priority. So for example, paying for rent for housing is high priority. You want to have a roof over your head, right? So that's high priority. Transportation, same thing, high priority. If you can't get to work and back, then you cannot work at all. And then groceries is lower priority. Healthcare might be high priority for some with a lower health, or it might be lower priority if you are in good health. And then if you have children, schooling is high priority. You want to have the money every month to pay for your schools, right? So group these expenses into high priority and low priority. Depending on what you've spent in this last 2 weeks, you should have an overview of what's important.
اوكي ሕጂ እንታይ ይብለና ኣሎ ኣብተን ቀዳሞት ክልተ ሰሙን ከምኡ ኢልና እቲ ወፃኢታትና ኩሉ ኣቢልናዮ ከምዚ ፈሊናዮ ፀኒሕና ተን ክዕቀባ ዝግበአን ገንዘብ ከዓ ዓቂብናየን ንብላ ኣለና ኣብተን ክልተ ሰሙን ምሽ ሕጂ ኣብታ ካልአይቲ ሰሙን ምስ መፃና ግን ቀዳምነት ዝወሃቦን ካልኣይ ቀዳምነት ዝወሃቦን ኣሎ ንኣብነት ንበል ሕጂ ክንደይ ጌርካ ኣብታ ገንዘብ ሴፍ ጌርካ ንበል 8,000 ኢሉ ነይሩ ዓንተ ወይ ክብሮም ነተን 8,000 ከምዚ ሴፍ ጌርካየን ኩሉ ውፅኢኻ ሴፍ ተጌርካየን ኣብታ ካልአይቲ ከዓኒ ከምዚ ካብኣ ንላዕሊ ሴፍ ክትገብር ምእንቲ ወይ እውን ምናልባት እውን ኣይኣኽለልካን ክኸውን ይኽእል እቲ 8,000 ብዝኾነ ምክንያት ከምዚ ስራሕ ክተብኩር ትኽእል እቲ ደሞዝናስ ኩሉ ግዜ ይኮነን ሙሉእ ዝመፅእ ዕንቅፋት ኣሎ ክጎድለና ክእል እዩ ሕጂ ከምታ ቀዳመይቲ እስኻ ሴፍ ዝገበርካየተን ገንዘብ 8,000 ከምኣ ክደግም ምእንቲ እሞ ከዓ እቲ ኣታዊታት ሓደ ዓይነት ምስ ዘይከውን ንምንታይ ይጠቕመና እዚ ከምዚ ዝለዓለ ቀዳምነት ዝወሃቦን እዚ ካልኣይ ቀዳምነት ዝወሃቦን ኢልና ንፈልዮ ንኣብነት ሕጂ ገዛ ክራይ ግድና ክንከፍል ገዛ ክራይ ከይከፈልናስ ናብ ቤት ኣሞ ክንከይድ ገዛ ክራይ ግድና ክንከፍል ናይ ኤሌክትሪክ ግድና ክንከፍል ናይ ኢንሹራንስ ናይ ቆልዑ ግድን ኢና ክንከፍል ናይ ቤት ትምህርትታት ናይ ቆልዑ ዝግብኦም ዘበለ ግድን ኢና ክንከፍል እዚ ቀዳምነት ዝወሃቦ ማለት እዩ ከምዚ ግዴታኻ ክገብሮ ዘለካ ነገር ናይ ቴሌፎንካ ገለመለ እዚ ቀዳምነት ዝወሃቦ እዩ أتي كلاي زوها زبهال شعو توساخي كمزي نمزاوري لنا زوجانا يجنزب من الوقت زي أخذ لنا تتصنحوا أبتقدامي أبتقالاي نتام زوار كانوا بلان خيل مالت كومو كمزي كابتي قطباي ناي تقدامي زعقب فوق جنزب كمزي كقول سيف نتقبر أبكالاي كقول لني أنت إلا أنت حاسبة أتي باجت مسوت أخو أتخالاي أتي بزح أقداسنا تسيبلو نجار مقولفون أبن قالفون كازمو تتقبر حاسب كان تنيركا فما أنت شحكاب كقول لاني نتازمان تمقدر تحيش كومو كمزي حوالا كمزي قديتا زي كون حوالا لو بزح نجار كمزي قديتا قبو خافون كاتقبرو معو تقدفو بحفشوس أتي قدامنتن ديك قدامنتن إلنا مفلاليو لنا يبلالو مالك أبتا خلي تستيب تمتزل.
Thank you. So we did this job for 2 weeks, and you know what is your monthly salary, how much you are going to receive at the end of the month. Make sure you know very, very accurately, as much as you can, how much money you have in 1 month. And after this last 2 weeks, now you can have an idea of what categories you want to spend, and try and make sure that what you want to spend is not compressible. After 2 weeks, you have to be able to say, okay, I spent too much here, not enough there. What is the minimum amount you can live on? So for example, you have an income of 8,000 in 1 month. Can you live on 4,000 or not? Can you live on 3? Can you live on 6? Talk to yourself. I want you to try and set limits using the 2 weeks experience that we just had.
الماز تليفونك كان زرايا ميت جبريا بكشة. اوكي ايش حجين تاخذ لنا تاني هو ميت جبريا الماز. اوكي انت قبل لنا تاني هو أبتن قدامك كنت سومون كل تزيد لنا أنا مزوارنا قال من كل كنا وتسمعنا أبتي كلاي تسمون كاني تقدامنتنا زمتن كلاي زمتن لنا سرعنا مسوت أنا يوم كندي عقن جنزب نحنا سيد كنقبرن كندي عقن جنزب نحنا سيد لنا شو كنا وادر مثلنا أبتن قدامك كنت سومون أبتن دحروت كنت سومون مالتي مقنعته شعوة عيتاتنا كنديو بحفشوس جنزبنا عبي تفعلوس شو عنفوت إحنا مسوادة درنا مالك. Keep going, Michael.
So all along this time, every month, regularly review your budget and make adjustments as needed. You need to expressly adjust your budget if you have any changes in your income. If, for example, your income reduces, use that same exercise. Stop after 2 weeks and see where you are in respect to the whole month. Don't wait to realize that you're out of money. If you know your income is going to change, set yourself a goal, 2 weeks, make sure you stop, evaluate your income, your expenses, set the limits, categorize again your expenses, and make sure you don't reach the end of the month going over these limits. And in the next slide, we're going to see on a practical way for doing this.
كم تزبلنا يو نعنتوي كم أقدمه ونيلانيا تيدو مزنا كم قدمو أتاويتات ناسي Okay. I didn't see he was interrupting. So, okay. زي انت خنبني ناس تي أتاويتاتنا كم تناي قدم من تزيفين بحفش شوسي وصايتات ناسي كم تي زلو ويكونوا كون زلو قدن حجي نابنت 10 شحتي ناسي 15 شح نوت سنيرنا شو 10 شح سيبن بلان تخينا كم من دقنا دومزنا قوديلو كان 10 شح 10 شح و 15 شح انت وسيدنا تي أتاوي ناسي مستي وصايتاتنا كمساسل ኣለዎ ወጻይታትና መብዛሕትኡ ግዜ ካብቲ ኣታዊታትና ክልዕል የብሉን ሞር ንሕና ከምዚ ገንዘብና ንቕበሎ እንዳጎደለ ክኸይድ ከሎ እቲ ድሌታትና ትንከፍሎ ከዓ ክበዝሕ የብሉን ብመንፅርቲ ኣቐዲምና ዝዓቀናዮ ገንዘብ ክንደይ ኣኽለና ክንደይልና ብተን ክልተ ሰሙን ቅድምን ድሕርን ምሽ ኣመዛዚና ነርና ብመጠኑ ከዓኒ ንሕናስ ክንደይ ኣወርሒ ነውፅእ ካስ ክንፈልጥ ኣለና ማለት keep going, Michael.
So we're going to now talk about a practical way, a tool to allow you to do all this without using computers and applications. It's called the envelope system, literally like envelopes, like what you bring to the post office to send an envelope that you can put money, and you will have a few envelopes for all the different categories we talked about. So you will have an envelope for your rent, an envelope for your taxes, for your school fees, for your groceries, for your McDonald's, for your savings, for your project. Every envelope you will write on the face of it what it is for. And when you get your salary, you will, if you get your salary in cash, put it inside it. If you don't get your salary in cash, you will put a paper note inside it with the amount that you can spend. And for example, if you have your rent that is 3,000, you will put the 3,000 there to remind you. And if you have McDonald's, you have a budget of 1,000 for the McDonald's over the whole month. Every time you go to McDonald's, you have a little receipt, you will put it there and do 1,000 minus 130, minus 80. And when you reach 0, that is when you stop. So once the envelope is empty, physically no more money inside it, or when the minus reaches 0, you will not be able to spend more in that particular category. If you already have a bank account, then that frame of mind is what you will do in your bank account. In most modern bank account apps, it is possible to create small envelopes, sub-accounts for each spending category, or savings accounts for each project. Tracking expenses is very important for understanding where your money goes and identifying areas where you can reduce to increase your savings or your project. Budgeting will provide you with a real-time view of your spending habits because you will see the envelopes changing with time, and it helps you stay accountable. You are your own boss when you create your budget. You can't lie to yourself. If the envelope is empty, you cannot spend from it. No envelope, no payment. It will also help you deal with people who are asking money from you. If you didn't create an envelope for presents, financial assistance, then you cannot go ahead and take money from another category and give it to friends who are asking for help. If you think that is important for you, then you have to create an envelope for that as well. There is nothing unexpected. You have to have the envelope for something you want to spend. That's it.
Okay. So you mean the envelope is not inside the Neema. It's physically there. Yeah.
Physically, yes, absolutely. For me, the best way is to have a physical envelope.
Okay. Okay. እንታይ ብላሎ ማይክል እዚ እንታይ ክህልወና ኢሉ ነፍሲ ወከፍ ከምዚ ብውሽጣ ክህልወና ኣለዎ ኢሉ ነቲ ወፃኢታትና ማለት እዩ ሕጂ ነዚ ወርሒ እዚ ናይ ገዛ ክራይ 3540 ሎሚ ሻነ ክንደይ ኮይኑ ኣብ ናይ ገዛ ክራይ ኢልካ 4000 ግዴታ ኣይኮነን ትገንዘብ ኣውፂና ብኡ ከነቐምጦ ኣብ ወረቐት ፅሒፍና ናይ ገዛ ክራይ 4000 ኢልና ኣብ ውሽጣ ናይ ገዛ ክራይ ክትህሉ ኣለዋ ናይ ምግቢ ወፃኢታት ኦፍ ኮርስ ምስ ፈለጥና ማለት እዩ ክንደይ ይኣኽለና ናይ ምግቢ ሲ 2000 ይኣኽለና ትኮይኑ ወርሒ 2000 ናይ ምግቢ ኢልና ፅሒፍና ኣብታ ውሽጣ ነቢና ናይ ምግቢ ናይ ገዛ ክራይ ገንዘብ ኢልና 4000 ናይ ገዛ ክራይ ንበይና ንፈልያ ናይ በብናቱ እተን ወፃኢታትና ሲ በብናተን ኣብ ቦስጣ ጌርና ኣብ ወረቐት ፅሒፍና ከምዚቶም ገንዘብ ኣብ ኢድና ንሕዞ ከነእትወሉ እውን ንኽእል ኢና ፀገም ኣይኮነን እቶም ኣብ ባንኪ ዝቕመጥ ገንዘብና ግን እቲ ገንዘብ ወረቐት ማለት ኩሉ ሓደ እዩ ኣብ ባንክካ ክሳብ ዘሎ ማለት እቲ ገንዘብ ናትካ ስለ ዝኾነ ምክንያቱ ኣመሓዳሪ ናይ ነብስካስ ባዕልካ ኢኻ ስለዚ نفس وكف بوسطا وتن زدلينا عقن جنزب نقمطلن حجي له ناي زعامت زيا ناي مواصئي بحافشو ناي مواصئي وي ناي شاهي نقولو دحان كم تلمودا زراربا ناي شاهس 500 ألواني إلنا أبتن ناي غازيتا أبتا بوسطا با 500 تصحيفنا انت قميتنا نتن نفس وكف ما مسوطانا خباينا خنوصب ناي شاهي مستودا እቲ ዓቐን በፂሕካዮ ዘለካ ክትጥፍኦ ዝግባእካ ናይ ተወርሒ በፂሕናዮ ስለ ዘለና ካብኡ እንዳሓር ክትቅፅል ኣይትኽእል ኢና ካብኡ እንዳሓር ካብቲ ተቐሚጡ ዘሎ ገንዘብካ ከይድካ ሻህ ክትሰቲ ትኽእል ኢኻ ወይ ካብቲ ናይቲ ካልእ ኢልካ ዘቐመጥካዮ ነገር ከይድካ ከዓ ሻህ ክትሰቲ ትኽእል ኢኻ ስለዚ እንታይ ይብላ ኣሎ ከምዚ ባጀት ንምውፃእ ንዓና ገንዘብና ሲ ኣበይ ጠፍእ ኣበይ ነጥፍኦ እንታይ ንገብሮ ገንዘብና ንምፍላጥ ነፍሲ ወከፍ ነጥፍኦ ገንዘብ ነናቱ ስም ጋዜጣ ክህልወና ኣለዎ ዓቐን ቁፅሪ ገንዘብካ ኣብኡ ክፅሓፍ ኣለዎ ይብላ ኣሎ ስለዚ እስኻስ بلك وصايتات كاس ابي خيدالو تفوتو مالتي كم لمد حجي نحنا اب منقد رخيبنا إلنا حدا سبا مسحن بقى عركي قليل كان دخاس تتسقم استمي كنا نبل زلنا السو سناي قبري تتسقم يكونن ولا خبت سيفين انتهاب كايون شقر يكونن الزن قن كم لمدي اب حبشانا حبرة سبنا مالتي حدا سب زي حسب كاي اب منقد رخيب كاش حسبتيها دي حسب كاي سخاقة الكاتقيد بزي مدب مالك زي كم زي أواتينا نختل زبها المدب يلن بزي حسبنا نخيد جنزب نتفق قال نجار سبلكي مكاخيد كم زي خفل بزي مدب سين نقبرص بزوح نجار الله بفلا يحب شقينا مالك حجي عقن جنزب كانت فريد كاسخا شاهد ستيلن جنزب كانت تودين حدا سبنا عنا شاهد مستيلكا ويقول قليلك أنس جنزب كم زي خباجتي وتأس لزلقوك خيدا كإبني كله بدليل أنا فتي لقستي كايتي لك شعودن سجى ما يكون المالك. Keep going.
So it's very important to realize that the envelope system is the base. You have to have the envelope system or the concept in your mind to move forward in the budgeting method of tracking your expenses. The Neema app and card are a tool to help you track your expenses, just like a bank account are a tool because all the lines of your expenses are there in front of you. You can see them day after day. Every time you spend money with a card, like the Neema card, you get a line. You see on the left here, this is my expense. When I was at a hotel, I bought a drink, I paid $8.16. It's right there in front of me. I cannot lie to myself. If I want to buy medical, here I went to the pharmacy and I spent $74.62. It's in front of me. So my envelope will have, for example, for medical bills, $200. I will put 200 minus 74.62. This way I cannot forget. The app is allowing me not to forget, but I will still use the envelope to track that, even though it will not be real cash money. It's digital money. It's the same thing. I will track it there. The Neema app also allows you to block and unblock your card. Why is that important in your budgeting life? Because if you've reached the end of an envelope or it's the end of the month and you do not want to spend anymore, you can simply block the card. That's it. No more expenses. That specific envelope is closed. There is no more money there. And you can do this for every different category. For example, the Gotan Tribeca is a bar. I went to have a beer, $12. That's it. I know that I have $50 in 1 month for drinking. I removed $12 there. And once I reach zero, I will stop that spending category. That's it. The idea is to have a specific expense for each category, for each type of expense. That's it.
Okay. أجل تقبلنا تسأنيحو كم كعنتو يزبرنا مالتيو زنيما زبها الابليكيشن قدامي نقر عبز دلقايا جزات عطوان تفوتوني بلالو كمزي زاو حجاس كيو تسيلكا تعطو تطيلكا كمزي زعطان زخفتني مالتي أبيا كمزي of course مستيناي بانك خايد سرح تتصبقو نقر عن تايب بلالو جن كل زازت فأنا يجنزب حجين أبنت كده أنا زخون سبيزا كزين 500 أقدي لتقولوا تبلن 500 خمسة فقط شو عني شو عتريني أب كل معيني مالتي تمزي تأب تليفون كاي أفتورد 500 حجي خاب زي حساب كزيات هو سيدا لا تبني حجي 500 أنا انتي جزالكو فلت علىكم انتي تفعله نايس فيزا كمي مخنياتوس كي تحاوسنا حجي نحنا مبزحت جيزة جنزبنا حيزنا مش نوزو شو ما تشحي الكاتوتس زين كاتفلين حجي ولا بجزا جنزب مقبات زي سكتنا انت خوينو عين فلطونينا مالتي شعو بحسب جنزب حسكاية متفاس كنديت فيني رحم شميت نايس فيزات فيو ناي كدان كخندي جزئي خمس خندي كفيلة جلس قدنا يكون كان كتذكرو بحفش وين شاي خندي وتخاي تذكروني كان معاس كنت تذكرو إذا أبزيا خمزي مور جنزب كتكفل كلخا مالتي الساقان عخات نقرأ مالتي خمزي باكل يكون كان تخفل مبزحت جيزة بكاردي خاطك أمرلو حمش تميتي اسبيزا جزئي خلخت بلن لا اسبيزا جزئي خلي كونت بلن زلاس أبتن لا اسبيزا انت خير حجي حمش ميت خمس خوفل كفلت عنه أوكي كابتن مدي بين زنبركو أبتا بوست أزنبرت كابتن نايس بيتا جزا خير شعو أو تصحيفة سلزلا مالتي أبتا أب انتاي جزئي سلت انتاي كفيلة نقرن سلزلا خندي كفيلة نقرن سلزلا حمش ميتي يبدو لن كابتن تصحيفة زنبرة كنتشح انت عاكيني وانت نيرا نايس بيزا كنتشح زقودو لحمش ميتي قبر شعو كومو ندابل كافي زازو تخايو عينة جنزب تحبرك على مالتي معاس توصل لها معاس تطفول لها كندي أتفي كاسي كم زي شرط تهبك على مخنياتو نحنا ولا 10 نتقم ولا كارد نتقم سي كيف تخفل تي كندي كافي كادن شعو ساي متسكاني تجنزب كاس كندي وتخا شعس علة ساعات نجلس كومو ساي نقرنا نزي كاردي إذا بانك تات نحنا نتقملو سلازم نقم زي تحق زنايد لالو بمتنوس نفلت مالتي تجنزبنا معس وتصالو أبي نوتصالو إذا نيما تبهل أب مالتي keep going Michael.
So for me, the Neema prepaid card is the ideal solution to manage your money, your expenses day by day, because you can decide for each specific day how much you can spend. Let's say for Mondays, I have 500 shekels to spend. I will deposit this 500 shekels, load them inside the card, and I will be able to track the expenses during that day. Once I reach zero, that's it. I can't spend any more money. I'm blocked by what the card has in it and nothing more. So from a physical concept of the envelope, now we have a digital version of that same envelope. So instead of removing money from the envelope, I am able to spend money using the card and see my balance in real time as it goes down all the way down to zero, and I stop spending.
اوكي حج انتي نايو عن تويتا ناي ابوست اجيركا خمزي السوقم زلو كاينو نتصحف نبلا لنا مش نعاقات تا زاني ما تبهال اب كومو جيراون تخفاف لنا مالك حجي وصلاتنا ناي جزخراي لنا 3 شح صحفنا لنا بو عتاني ما كاني 3 شح ناي جزخراي إلنا كان نفلي أبو خمتن حتى بمسرتي بوست أز قبرني عاقن جذبنا كمان كاني أب كندي كاش مالتي أب كندي جذبنا قامت قالوا أب تا نيما تبهال أب نفلا اليوم مالتي حجي 3 شح ناي جزخراي لنا تسنحنا جزخراي مسكفل كان ناي جزخراي كفل مسدلخا يبل كان جذب ودي ممكنات يكون دو عاقين كلا لخا مالتي أي في بكانه unless كابتي كالي جنزب عسجير كان أبو أخت أتول أنت زيد لخا تنقرأ كلا حجي نفسه وكفن تنو وصايتاتنا ناي شاي ناي كمزي لنا أبزا application مسكفافلنا ين ما مسدفانا كندزت فينا لا أتي جنزبنا مستودقة أي كون رحنس أي تحلفة كان يشعر مخنياتو حمشة ميت ناي شهزنا برا 5 وداكين بقى ناي كابتن ناي شاي الكاخد كفل مسجمركا انت زيبل كحساب تقين يبل كانيلات نقرأ كلا مالك نقامات إزس معبول أبزي معبول ديجيتالاوي اوان كمي جيرنا بكندي بأكل جنزب حزنا كمزة بإيدنا خنوزاز عن فكر بأكل سي كمزي أبتا أبنت قامولو مالك كيف كان
So the card will allow you to see the expenses per month, which is important because after you finish 1 month, the envelope system it will require you to create a new envelope. And to match the 2 expenses, you have the app here that allows you to see month per month, September, August, July, June. It will allow you to go back as well in time and see what you spent and track. Okay, in August, I spent 500 shekels on groceries. This month in September, I don't want to go above 400. In schooling, you will also be able to do the same thing. For example, you have one child that costs you 140 shekels. Suddenly you have to take care of 2 children. So it's going to be 280 shekels. You want to be able to track those by paying with them with your card so that you don't forget about them the next month. We are located in the Tahana Merkazit. I invite you to come and visit us. Sit down there, speak to our employees. It's very convenient. We are on the 4th floor next to the postal branch on the opposite of the McDonald's. So if you can come visit us, we will explain to you about the card. And if you already use our card, you can deposit every day what you need for that specific day. The important thing to take away from this budgeting concept is to really, really understand that your income and expenses are like a bucket. You fill it with your salary and you want as little as possible to get out. And when it does go out, you are the one to open the tap. You control what's going out of your bucket. Go ahead.
اوكي زي بحثشو كان زي كندي علامة نايزا نيما تبها الابليكيشن تناتهم سراح مالتي كمي جرناس جنزبنا نمحدرون ديو كم زي حجو كلاتنا بانك لنا جنزبنا نقمطينا جن باجت اوزيناس كم زي خمزينا من البعض سبهلو كلو حدا خلطة سب كم زي باكال بسرعة وصايتاتهم ابياتنا بيوصين زفلطو كم تلم ديناي حبشا بهارجن نحنا بهارياتناس كمزي نقدمينا هنا بحافشو مسكو معينة مزازينا أبز معبول أوان كمي جرنا أتاويتاتنا جنزبنا أبزد لينا دي أبزد لينا نخيدالو نخنبل مالتي نخنفلق نقومي حجزنا بلالو زي نيما زبهال بفيزا يكون بلالو تشات تصحيح له نقولو فيزا زلنا سك سرح قليو أوش إسرائيل سرح بزعبو ብዙ ሓበሬታ ክንህበኩም ተደሊና ወይ ክንምህር ተደሊና ግን ይብላሎ ኣብ ተኸና መርከዚ ኮም 4 ኣድራሾም እውን ኣብ ስታሕት ፍጽሓፊ ኣብ ተኸና መርከዚ መጺኹም ሲ ክትሓቱና ትኽእሉ ኢኩም ይብላሎ ሕጂ ግን ሕቶታት ክንቅበል ኢና ከመዩ ገንዘብ ከፊልካ ዲኻ ተውፅኦ ትደልይዎ ሕቶታት ንስኹም ሕተቱ ናተይ ሕቶ ቅድሚ ምሕታተይ ማለት ኣነ ክሰምዓኩም እየ
اوكي ناتو انا خبره
Questions?
سرحتي انت عين السرحي مالك
እንታይ ካን ክብሮ
انت سرح
هو.
سي بيزا جلس كم زي اونلاين بيزنس ويس كم عين سرح
ስራሕ እኮ ኣይኮነን ስራሕ ኣይኮነን ከምዚ ባንክ ምሽ ኣለካ ስኻ ባንክ ካርቲስ ኣለካ ሓቂ እጅብ ካርቲስ ገንዘብ ተውፅእ ገንዘብ ተእትወ ጥራሕ ካልእ እንታይ ትጥቀመሉ
كالدا ولا حنتي بت كارتيسا
ولا ሓንቲ ትጥቀመሉ ኢኻ ኦኬ እዝናቶም ግን ካብኡ ምስቲ ገንዘብካ ተታሒዙ ሲ ከም ደለዎ ኣፕሊኬሽን ኣውሪድካ ማለት እዩ ገንዘብካ ቀዳማይ ነገር ክትሰድድ ገንዘብ ክትሰድድ ትኽእል ኢኻ ናብ ደገ ብኡ ጌርካ ሰባት ሲ ብኡ ጌርካስ ክትሕውል ትኽእል ኢኻ ገንዘብ ተረዲኻኒ ናብ ድኾነ ሰብ እንደገና ክትቅበልካ ትኽእል ኢኻ ኣብ ርእሲኡ እቲ እዛ ኣብዚኣ ንምንታይ ትጠቕመካ እንድዩ ክገልጽ ፀኒሑ ከምዚ እዚ ገንዘብና ኩሉ ክብሎ ፀናሕኩ ንምምሕዳር ሲ ኣብ ውሽጢ ኣፕሊኬሽን ኣብኣ ማለት እዩ ተመሓድሮ ገንዘብካ እዚኣ ንገዛ ክራይ ከምዚ ኢልካ ዝተፈላለዩ ንኸመይ እያ ትጠቅም ተረዲኻኒ
اوكي كان ترديات
ያ he was
كونتاكت نكبرو مالتي مستناي بانكي
yeah he is asking if you contacting the Neema with the actual card of his bank
He can use the actual card of his bank to deposit inside his Neema app. Yes.
Yeah, I told him already, but هو يكالي كمزي كابي جنزب كام ساعة هو نابو خم دحول خير مالتي مسألة دي كونكت زخوة نابو تجنزب كورد شروع كابن تفعلالين مالتي Okay.
Thank you.
Any questions?
Okay, I have a question. So how I can open the Neema? Is that cost money like from the
The
first?
Neema account is free.
Free?
The
Okay.
card has a monthly subscription of 10 shekels. And
10
that's it.
shekel. I have to pay 10 shekel every month.
Yes, that is the only regular thing that you will pay
Trailer said
for having the card.
you just die.
Sorry? Okay, እንታይ ይብላ ኣሎ እታ application ከተውርዳ ብናፃ እያ ክብሮም ትሰምዑን እንተለኹም ብናፃ እዩ ግን ወርሓዊ ግን 10 ሸከል ትከፍሎም ንዖም ማለት እዩ 10 ሸከል ከምዚ ንባንክ እውን ንኸፍል ኢና ንባንክ እውን ንኸፍል ኢና
إسران 4 بنك هابولين كوم
ንባንክ
نيرو
ንኸፍሊቶም ሃፖሊም ያ ያ ያ
ገንዘብ ኣብ ተውፃለኻ ክንደይ የውርድልካ ማለት ኣብነት ሸከል ብቅርሽን ፈርቓን ገለ እዮም ዝኽፍሉ ካልእ ባንክታት ኣባሉሜ ማለት
እዋ
ሕጂሲ ገንዘብ ከተውፅእ ከለኻስ ግድን ክፍሊት ኣሎ ሳብ ክንደይ ይኽፍሉ ማለት
So Michael, he's asking every time when he want to spend money, how much deposit they cost. Like, for example, if I took money from the bank, my account, like maybe I pay 10 shekel. Outside of the 10 shekel every month I have to pay. Deposits.
Adding money to your Neema account is free. There is no cost.
Free. Okay, no cost. Okay. I تخافني قبل الله كبرم.
يتعبنا اوكي تصبر.
Okay.
The only cost is the 10 shekels for that card.
That's nice. 10 شekel تاور حاول تخفلا ساعات راح يدلك هذا.
تصبر بتعم تصبر. Thank you.
Can I ask please?
Yes, I see questions in the chat section. So in Israel, about 50,000 people use the Neema app every month. The card itself is international. It's a Visa card. It can be used anywhere in the world where you will see the Visa logo. And it's issued by the leading card issuer of Israel called Max Cards. So it's very, very safe. If you live next to our branch in Tachana Merkazit, then you can deposit in dollars. Yes.
חבתום, אתה רצית לשאול שאלה? Go ahead.
كان اوكي مجمريا صبو بتعمي انا مسجن كم ديركم متابعك مالتي سبن الله خلنا صنت
هو سمعك لكم
يوفي حتى لا تنحج عندي حركم ذكر تسدد كوين قاسين عبلتنا بزغون حاجات مش جنزب سددنا بتنيه ما ابلكيشن بتناتهم ابلكيشن غيرنا اجيك نحن برسنتج نخفي لنا ينو نحرا جنزب سدد كوين قاس جنزب كم تخفض عندي خربتي ابلكيشناتهم كنور كوين اخرني برسنتج سي نخفي لنا ولا فري بزغون حاجات لسه ولا نكان انا حر جنزب سدد نحرا لنا
Okay, so again they are asking if they want to transfer money, for example, let's say from Israel to Canada, Europe, so they have to pay deposit or not?
So yes, if you only want to use the Neema platform or account just for international remittance, of course you don't need the card. The card is really to allow you to track the expenses and live here in Israel or put money there and then travel overseas. But you can also send money to Canada, to US with using the Neema app. You will have to deposit first and then you can send.
So it has deposit.
Yes, of course.
هو قال له حبتم.
Okay, thank you.
Welcome.
Of course, you can deposit money now, and based on your budget, you can send once a week, once a month, only when you need to.
Michael, I have a couple of questions. One, can you just clarify who can use Neema? Someone wrote in the chat, Sharon wrote in the chat regarding the type of visa. In which countries is Neema operational? Can it be used, for example, in Canada? I know many of the people in the Eritrean community have family in Canada or are planning to travel to Canada in the near future. So they might be thinking about that.
So the Neema app allows you to send money to Canada. So if you visit family or you have family, you can send them money. But you have to be in Israel to open a Neema account. What's important as well to know is that the Neema app is not suitable for those with a category 2 5 Aleph type of visa, which is a blue paper document. Rishayon leMeagrin. This card is not for people who have this pay document. If you have the an international passport, then you can open a Neema account and send money. But to get the card, you need to provide a secondary document. And if you have the Mevakesh Miklat visa, then you cannot have the card.
Is that has a limit money like to send outside of the country?
Yes, so using Neema, you can send money to another country up to $20,000, which is about
per month?
Per month, yes, exactly. Which is
Okay.
about 75,000 shekels. So it's really a large amount. You don't need all that money.
I agree.
Most of our customers who are from Africa send about $20, $10, $50 every week to help different family members.
تسدوا تقولوا عاقن جزبسي كسب 20,000 دولار نورحي كون كب يخيل يبلالو أبزي صحفت كاني I don't know who is asking Mike. Okay.
So in terms of tax, what are you asking, Michael? The fee to send money?
Yeah,
or
I
the
think we asked the fee.
yes, exactly, yes. So transfers start at $3, but they are different for each country. So if you want to send to Canada, it's $5. If you want to send to Ghana or Ethiopia, it's $3.
Right?
$5 up to $10,000 in one shot. So it's
really?
it's yes, exactly. So if I have saved 10,000 or about 35,000 shekels, I want to make one transfer, I will spend $5 to send to Canada.
Wow.
Sorry, pardon? Can you clarify, please?
Huh?
So, depending on the country,
can they percentage of feel clear government? How many money can I pay to send $10,000 to Canada?
To Canada, only $5.
How much dollar? Sorry.
Okay, fair, really fair.
Very fair, yes.
Yeah.
So again,
amazing.
The card, to get an Israeli card, we need 2 IDs. One, the passport, which most of you have, and 2, an ID from home, which is more difficult. If you have a blue document, then you cannot have the card. So somebody mentioned that it's Mechawit. Yes, you cannot have the card if you have 2A5 visas. But if you only plan on making transfers, then you can use your passport. You don't need to provide the second document.
You mean passport, the blue paper, or passport from my country?
Passport from your country.
Oh, bullshit.
It is hard to get here, unfortunately.
Exactly. Yes, I know.
Yeah.
That's the regulation is very strict. To allow you to send money internationally, you have to have a document. Absolutely.
I just want to add that Neema is an amazing tool, but for many of you from Eritrea, it's less relevant. But everything that was up until there is relevant. The whole way of thinking, of budgeting, of knowing how much it is you're spending, and knowing how much it is you need to save every month. It's just a great way to think about your money. There's things that you spend throughout the month that you don't count. You know, you go to McDonald's with the kids, you buy them drinks on the way, you do things, and suddenly there's not enough money at the end of the month, maybe to pay health insurance or other things. So I think that was the biggest part of this lecture, really the way of thinking of having things categorized. You can use it via your bank account at Bank Hapoalim, or you can do it at home with envelopes. And so I think that's something that is really important. And Neema is one app that may be suitable for some, and unfortunately is not suitable for everyone. But
well said, Sharon.
Yeah.
Excellent. Any
Dr.
further
Elama?
questions?
Okay. I just want to translate what Sharon said before.
Important.
እንታይ ክብለና ፀኒሓሲ እቲ ቀንዲ ዕላማ ናይዚ ሎማዓንቲ ወላ እውን ኮ ብሰንኪቲ ናይ ቪዛ ክንጥቀመሉ ኣይንኽኣል እቶም ናይ ኤርትራ ዘለኩም ፓስፖርት ዜግነት እዞም ካልኦት ዓዲ ኦፍኮርስ ትጥቀምሉ እዮም ኩሎም ፓስፖርት ስለ ዝመፁ እቶም ዘለኩም እውን ክጥቀሙ ትኽእሉ ኢኹም እቶም ናትና ፓስፖርት ዘለኩም ወላ እውን እዚ ወርክ ቪዛ ዘለዎ ሰብ እዞም ኣልፍ ከሚሽ ዘለኩም ሰባት ክጥቀምሉ ትኽእሉ እዮም እንተ እቲ ከምዚ ኖርማል ቪዛ ዘለዎ ሰብ ወላ ክጥቀምሉ ኣይከኣል እቲ ቀንዲ ዕላማ ናይዚ ሎማዓንቲ እዚ መምፂናሲ ከመይ ጌርና ንሕናስ ኣብቲ ገንዘብናስ ምሕደራ ነመሓድሮ ማለት እዩ ወላ እታ ኣይንጥቀመሉ እቲ ናይ ኔማ ከምቲ ዓንተወይ ዝበለና በቲ ኣብቲ ውስጣታት ጌርና ከፋፊልና ክንጥቀመሉ ክንክእል ማለት እዩ ገንዘብና በይ ከይዳ ኣሎ ወፃኢታትና ናበይ ከይዳ ኣሎ ክንፈልጥ ቆጠባና ንክንምሓይሽ ሓጋዝ እዩ ነይሩ ትብል ንፀኒሓ ሻሮን
Excellent. Final questions? Or I think we're out of questions.
Thank you so much, Michael. I think we can wrap up here. Thank you everyone for joining, and thank you Natsnet for the incredible translation.
Thank you so much.
Amazing, Natsnet.
Michael.
Thank you everyone.
Thank you, Neema.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Elifelet. Have a good evening.
Thank you.
Excellent initiative. Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
Thank you.